Okay, right, it's today we're going to learn about making a sick Reese wobble on the EMU, and you can do it in any EMU, but I've got my E5000 right here, and my cat's just down there under the EMU. Anyway, so I've got my disc, desecrated bass. Okay, now I've just literally taken a sample from the computer and put it on a 3.5-inch floppy disk. So we're going to put that in the drive right now. And then what we need to do is we need to go to the disk browse button and we're going to hit that right now. Disk browse. Let's watch the screen and see what happens. Got a bit of a frog in my throat. It is what's the time? 10 to 6 in the morning, and I haven't been to sleep. Anyway, so right, we got this screen. We're going to go browse, and let's hit browse banks. Okay, now we can see all the files on the disk. I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 files, and that is a preset I made earlier, which we're going to make now, but I'll show you how we do that. Okay, let's just choose any of these. Hopefully this one is going to work. Sorry for the shaky camera movement there. Just gonna. So we're going to load that one, hit the load button, load, and it's going to say unknown error. Why is it doing that? We don't know why it's doing that. Okay, let's choose another one. Load, unknown error. What a load of bollocks. Okay, right, let's go disk browse. Okay, fuck knows what's going on here. Let's load this one up. Unknown error. Okay, it could be that this EMU is fucked. Yeah, I hope it isn't, because I'm going to sell it very soon. So let's try and load this bad boy up. This is a preset. It's a preset I made earlier, and as you can see I'm very organised. I'll call it Untitled E4B, which is the EMU preset file. As you can see, it takes absolutely ages, but it's worth the wait. EMU is pretty much the key piece of music technology that started the whole drum and bass genre, plus many other genres, I'm sure. Ed Rush and Optical, big fans of the EMU. And who else? Dillinger, big fan. And I'm sure there's many more out there. I think Artificial Intelligence use it. And loads of other people. Right, so we're just going to wait for this to load up. There we go, right. I think it's loaded. So we're just going to go down to here, preset, manage. and I'm just going to move the knob. Okay, sorry about all my leads getting in the way. That's the patch bay. I'm just going to move the knob and scroll left. Yeah, that's the preset, untitled preset. Okay, so then how do we play that? So if we just go and audition, let's just turn this up on the desk. As you can see, it sounds pretty sick. That's just a sample, so I've just, to listen to the sample, I've just got manage, and then we can see what samples are there. So we got that sample there. Hitting the audition button. Sounds pretty nasty anyway. Let's get it sounding even nastier. So I reckon the best thing to do is start with a decent noise in the first place, a decent sample. That's pretty decent. Okay, so manage. Actually, I'll show you how to create a preset. So first of all, we're going to go manage, and then we're going to go new preset, and let's just select preset, empty preset number 2. There we go, and hit the OK button. Yeah, hit that one there. OK. Now I'm going to name it. Let's name this one Reese. And I'm just, you can see what I'm doing here. Just going to do this quickly, even if it's out of focus. Get the E, and another E, and a C, and an E, Reese, and then we're just going to delete that bit. How do I delete? I've forgotten. Oh yeah, delete by pressing the down key. Okay, so that says Reese preset, and we're just going to go OK. So now we've got a couple of presets. One I made earlier, untitled, and this one I've just made now, Reese preset. Yeah. We've got a sample, and to listen to our sample, we go sample, manage, and there it is. So we want to put that sample in the preset, the Reese preset that I just made. So we're just going to go check back to the presets, make sure the Reese preset is highlighted. There we go, and then we are going to go manage sample. That's the sample, just checking that one. There we go. Right, now to put the sample inside the preset, the EMU preset, we go place. Yeah, place, and now you see the keyboard comes up. Okay, now I'm just going to make the original sample at G1. You can see where that little arrow is, G1. Yeah. Okay, and now we are going to make the whole selection all across the keyboard. So I'm going to go low and put that right down there. Get it real nasty, dirty and bassy. And then we need the high one as well, so we're going to go high, and we're going to make that all the way up there. Place. I hit the place button, and now manage sample again. Reese preset. We can see that there is 388 bytes. Samples 0.13% is used up of the internal memory of the EMU. Okay, so that's it. We've placed our Reese preset. Now we need to edit that preset. So we're going to go. Sorry, we need to place the preset onto channel 1 of our MIDI. So here we're going to go. Scroll across until we find Reese preset. There you are, Reese. Okay, you got that Reese. I'm just scrolling across with this wheel here, and it moves it along. And I can put Reese preset on all of them if I want. I don't know why I want to do that, but just to show you, there we go. Putting them on all of my MIDI tracks, and there's, how many MIDI tracks is there? 16 MIDI tracks in multi-mode. Right. Anyway, back to channel 1. Pressing the audition button, and that's what we get. A horrible high-pitched Reese. So now what we want to do is make sure that's highlighted. Go to the edit button here, press edit. Okay, then we get this voices main screen up. Now all we need to do here is go to edit voice. That's the one, edit voice, that is where we do it. That's where we work the magic, right there. Now my personal favourite is chords. Let's hit the chords there. Now you can mess around with these. I mean, that's amp volume, you can see that's just turning it up 100%. That's the velocity, amp volume. Pitch wheel, LFO1. LFO1, we're going to move to, what we're going to move to? I think we're going to keep that on filter resonance. And then we're going to put that up to 100%. 100%. Now, basically, you need to have your digital audio workstation open, whether you're using Cubase or Logic, and I haven't got mine open, so I'm going to have to stop this little movie now and open it up. I'll be back in a... Okay, so we've got Cubase open, and we've got, it just so happens I'm using a MIDI Express 128 by Motu, so I'm controlling it via input 8 and output number 2 on the MIDI. I'll show you that in a second, but basically if I play the keyboard, you can see that channel down there. This one, yeah, is triggering the sample inside the preset which we made just now in the EMU E5000. Okay, so I've got a little track here we recorded with Daddy Freddy fairly recently. Guinness World Records fastest rapper. So yeah, we're going to put a new bass line in it, just for the sake of showing you how to mess about the EMU. So this is what the track sounds like at the moment. We've got a massive trigger in the bass, so let's just listen quickly. Okay, so that's how it's sounding, and we're going to put a new EMU bass line in that. Put some sort of wobble. It's already sounding quite nice, but we're going to make it proper sick. So let's just get rid of that bass part. Let's have a look. Let's loop this. Let's just get rid of that vocal. Let's just have some drums playing right now.